As always, I'm going to have some links down below in the description box to credit where I'm getting my information from. It's finally official. November the 7th will be the date that the PlayStation 5 Pro launches without a disk drive for $700 US or $953 Canadian. And essentially what it's going to do is what I thought it was going to do, which is pretty much obvious. Most of the games that we have some proof on, if they were running in visual mode at 30 FPS, they'll be running in that mode at 60 FPS. Now, does that mean they'll be able to run in performance mode at 120? That's not what I'm saying. However, let's just take a look at the pictures really quick. So that's what it looks like. It's basically sponsored by Adidas from the looks of it here. And looks pretty good. You can attach a disk drive to it if you want. So this is a current existing PlayStation 5 with the disc, I believe. Mine's the digital only, so... But yeah, so it's digital only, but again, with the capability of having the disk drive if you so need it. There it is right there, showing that attachment with the disk drive. What else do we got? I mean, these specs, honestly, if you want to, like, pause it and read it, you can. I don't want to make this video any longer than it needs to, because we could sit here, 67% more. That ain't telling you shit. What you need to know is every game that's enhanced for the PS5 Pro, and moving forward, making all the developers having it so that their game supports some type of PS5 Pro functionality. But in all honesty, this generation, as much as I'm enjoying my PS5, and I had my Xbox Series X up until a month ago when I sold it, that's okay. No hard feelings. I still got my gaming PC. This has been a missed opportunity where we're still holding on to those peasants from last generation. And to be honest, we're building on that architecture of the lowest so that we can just do an easy port. I'm just being real. I'm calling a spade a spade. If you want to call it something else, then you go ahead and you do that. So there are some things here that have been confirmed. I just can't find it. But anyways, yeah, right here. Marvel Spider-Man 2, for example. Mark Cerny, who is the PlayStation architect, promises that with the PS5 Pro, a game like Spider-Man 2, for example, will no longer have to choose between performance or graphics. And that Spider-Man 2 will achieve that high-fidelity graphics, but at the same performance mode level of frame rate. So you'll get that 60 FPS in fidelity mode. Again, what happens if you put it in performance? You get 120. I don't think that that's the case. I was kind of hoping that that was going to be the case. Crew Motorfest, again, these are all speculation, but The Last of Us Part 2, again, is the same thing. When you have it in fidelity mode, it is in 30 FPS. Now, it promises on the PS5 Pro to run in fidelity mode at the 60 FPS. And it says that it's noticeably sharper on the Pro. And that could very well be true. Me, like I said, my own personal take. And it's okay if you don't feel this way. I don't give a shit about 4K. Excuse me. I like 1080p, ultra settings. Ultra settings. And I'm also a fan of ultra wide, the 21:9 aspect ratio. And I love HDR. I'm not saying 4K with HDR and ultra wide. Ooh, that would be amazing. But the amount of power that you need to power proper 4K, right, is pretty insane. You'll admit that. And that's why I don't like it. I would rather have a smoother frame rate at a lower res, if you want to call it that. Even 1440p, kind of the happy medium. Anyways, I've made these rants before. So that's essentially what's happening. Moving forward, from November 7th onward, if I'm not mistaken, games have to be able to have some type of pro functionality. And it's incredibly expensive, I'm not going to lie. I'm probably going to get one. But honestly, I've been very content with the performance mode in all the games. To me, they look fine. I've got a beautiful LG 32-inch monitor that's 1080p, but it does like 100 and some weird number, like 156 hertz. Like a very odd number. It's not 144. It's not 244. It's something. Anyways, it's not the point. I think it's 167. I just like rock solid 60 FPS, honestly. Truthfully. And then my next big step for what I enjoy would be 120 FPS, again, at 1080p Ultra, not the 4K stuff. Because, again, it's too demanding, it's too expensive. To each their own. Some people can't, and I feel bad for those people. Some people I've heard of can't do like under 4K 120 hertz. I'm like, how many 4090s do you need to power that? It's incredible. So there's no doubt that this is expensive. Like, there's no doubt about it. But to say that you could build a gaming computer, an adequate gaming computer for the same price, is bullshit. And in the last part of my rant, my graphics card alone is just a little wee bit more expensive than a PlayStation 5 Pro. And it can't run all these games on ultra settings at 60 FPS. Games on PC aren't as well optimized as they are on console. The potential for PC gaming, oh my god. Of course it's through the roof. You want 4K, you want ultra wide, you want unlimited frame rates. Yeah, you could do all of that stuff. You can't do that on console, but in my experience, it's just been more stable, more reliable, less convoluted. And that's why I prefer a PS5. That's why, like, literally right behind my camera, it's like sitting right there. And that's why I look at that little machine of mine and I'm like, wow, it's amazing what it can do compared to my gigantic whopper of a gaming PC that I only use to record and play World of Warcraft. And like American Truck Simulator. It's basically my simulator machine with the steering wheel because it's got better like support for, force feedback and all that kind of stuff, right? Whereas on console, steering wheel support is crap. It works, but you can't reduce the force feedback. Then I feel like I'm going to rip my table apart. I'm going off on a rant. However, I got to the point pretty goddamn quick, didn't I? November 7th, $700 US, no disc. PS5 Pro. Let me know down below what you think. And that's pretty much it. So a thumbs up as always if you liked the video. I mean, it does greatly help support the channel with the algorithm and trying to make me more relevant. We see how well that's been going in the search results and people are looking shit up. And if you want to not like the video, well, that's okay too. Go ahead. A thumbs down. It's not a big deal. I'll bend it in half. I'll twist it. And I'll stick one of these up where the sun don't shine, and you'll have to put it on Find My Watch to find out how far up there it went. I've been watching too much wrestling, and The Rock and candy asses and things being turned sideways and stuff like that. And if you want to subscribe to the channel, naturally that would be great, but if not, thanks for stopping by anyways. Take care, and if I'm lucky, maybe, who knows, I'll see some of you in the next one.